We don't do it for the name that's on the back. We just do it for the logo on the front. All that clout chasing, we don't run with that. We just put the whole squad on the hunt, yeah. Yeah, we bleed for the shield, never for the self. True success ain't the trophy on the shelf. It's the logo on the front, not the name on the back. Yeah, we stay on the tag.
I'm Dr. Cassie Preston. My job as a mental performance coach is to help elite athletes just like you to consistently perform at your capabilities. But in order to do that, you need to reliably get in the zone. The problem is, like most athletes, you spend too much time in your own head, worrying, overthinking, and are doubting yourself. This can be frustrating and discouraging because you've put in all this work to develop your physical abilities. Your mindset is causing you to underperform. Now, I understand that working on your mindset can be difficult and confusing. There's so much cliche advice out there like, don't worry about it and just be positive, which might be the mental states you want to achieve, but it's not the how-to. In fact, this fluffy cookie cutter advice often makes things worse. Instead, what you need to do is challenge the status quo and think differently about success and failure. That's why I wrote the best-selling book, Mindset First, to provide athletes like you a repeat and reliable way to win the mental game. I share the concise and practical strategies I use to help professional athletes be at their best day in and day out. This book will help you break free from the weight of results so you can stop spending so much time in your own head and start playing with confidence so you can perform when it matters most. And most importantly, I promise you this, by reading this book and working on your mental game, you're going to have a heck of a lot more fun along the way. Do you want to develop an unshakable level of self-confidence? Then check out my best-selling book, Mindset First. It provides a concise and practical way for athletes just like you to win the mental game.
As we welcome you back inside the Pierrefonds Sportsplex, it is our continuing coverage of Day 2 at the 2026 Continental Clash here on the World Sports Broadcast Network. Hello, everyone. Thomas Versi. Welcome you back inside the Sportsplex Pierrefonds as we are almost ready to take in our second to last contest of the day, and it features First Class Alberta and the Connecticut Junior Rangers. Two of these teams are undefeated. First Class Alberta 3-0, as are the Connecticut Junior Rangers. They are 3-0. Alberta with 5-3 wins over Styles, 7-0 over Finland in day one. Earlier this morning, a 5-3 win over Boston Hockey Club this morning, while the Connecticut Junior Rangers on opening day with a 6-5 win over the Elite Warriors. Then following that up with a Montreal Kings Academy win 6-2, and then they took down the First Class British Columbia Club by a score of 4-1 earlier today. As we're waiting for officials to come out onto the ice, we'll take one more step out. When we come back, it's your first period puck drop. It's First Class Alberta and the Connecticut Junior Rangers live and next on the World Sports Broadcast Network.
Yeah. We don't do it for the name that's on the back. We just do it for the logo on the front. All that clout chasing, we don't run with that. We just put the whole squad on the hunt. Yeah, we bleed for the shield, never for the self. True success ain't the trophy on the shelf. It's the logo on the front, not the name on the back. Yeah, we stay on attack.
Back here inside the Sportsplex Pierrefonds as the officials have taken to the ice, which means we are pretty much ready to go. Both teams already had their warm-ups taken care of, which means we're ready to kick things off for our second to last game of the day here on rink number one. It's the Connecticut Junior Rangers in white with blue shoulders taking on First Class Alberta, wearing their black uniform with alternating white stripes and white helmet. Starting goaltenders for today's contest, in net today for First Class Alberta, Beckett Norman will get the call between the pipes for FCAB. As for the Connecticut Junior Rangers, Logan Julian will get the responsibility in goal for the Rangers. We're pretty much all ready to go here for a big game for both of these clubs. Connecticut with the impressive win earlier this morning over the British Columbia counterpart of First Class. Let's see if they can go 2-0 against the First Class organization. Only one team will remain undefeated after all is said and done. Here this evening, let's find out who will remain undefeated and go to 4-0. And this game between Alberta and Connecticut is underway from Pierrefonds. Around the back of the net, Rangers looking to send it out to center, and they do, but the wrong color jersey. That's Jason McLean for First Class. Alberta now with a chance. Hendricks McMillan, that one just went past his stick. Now it's Brady Hooks on it for the Rangers. Up the wing, just out of the reach of Justin Yafamau. Left side, Chase King for Connecticut, can't pick it up. Hudson Menard for Alberta, shot on goal, kicked away there by Beckett Norman. Puck loose behind the net. That's trying to dig at it is Yafamau. Yafamau trying to get it in front. Not able to do so as we're approaching the first minute expired here in period one. Pick back up by the Rangers. Blue shirts fire it in, courtesy of Colton Tarantino. This will complete a change for the Rangers. Here goes Alberta. Ambrose Papuano with a shot on goal. The first shot of the game for Alberta. And a nice glove stop made. Special welcome all those tuning in from the state of Connecticut and the Metropolitans area, as well as those tuning in from Alberta. Glad to have you along with us Foot race for the puck here as coming way out of his set to play it is Norman. That breaks up a chance for Michael LaRocca, who could have had the first scoring chance of the game for the Rangers. Back to the line, Brody Miller gets the return feed. Long range shot, coming the rebound. Scooped just away. That was actually Vincent Yang with the shot. The Rangers get it back again. Backhand opportunity. Good save by Norman on the Trapper side. Battle in the corner. Falling shot from Michael LaRocca. Just wide of the net. Great pressure here by the Rangers. Thrown off of the boards and down the ice. Toi Mayagawa leaves it there for Yang. To the left wing now for Jackson Page. And fired into the zone by Connecticut's Nash Katz. Wearing number 23 for Connecticut. In the corner, Grayson Mariner. Up the middle, just out of the reach of Boone Depew. And that is going to be an icing call against First Class Alberta. 12:36 to go in the first. We've had some real exciting games here on ice pad number 1 in beautiful Pierrefonds. It was a beautiful morning to start, and then the clouds started to roll in towards the lunch hour. But always a great day for hockey, no matter what the conditions. Give it his own zone, Micah Isaac. Now for Boone Depew, just out of his reach, and he's stripped on a good play there by Hank Higdon. Now want to turn over Hendricks McMillan, Sam Potvin, his shot easily kicked away by Logan Julian. 3 minutes gone in the first. Still scoreless between the Rags and Alberta. Behind the net, picked up by Higdon. Higdon, we're going to kick it out. Now Hudson Menard for Alberta. Rangers trying to clear it out of their zone, having difficulty. Big hit thrown there at the line. And that was Chase King throwing the body. Goes on, called centering pass. And a great stop by Logan Julian early in the contest. 11:36 left in period number 1. Alberta and the Rangers taking in their second and final games of the day. Both teams looking to remain undefeated and grab the impressive 4-0 record, and looking to join the Minnesota Machine as the only 4-0 teams in the tournament. Flipped into the zone by Colton Tarantino, but picked up in stride by Jace McLean of Alberta. McLean quickly across for Dylan Cannon. Right side picked up at center now by the Rangers. Brought into the zone and fired deep. Looking to chase after it, Luka Novak. He's got it now. Novak leaves it for Yafamo, who shoots. And another good stop by Beckett Norman. Face-off coming to his left. As we're starting to approach a third of the way through the opening period. The face-off won by Alberta. Thrown back behind the goal by Cannon. Nash Brand, one of 2 Nashes in this game. Fired back behind the net, racing back here is Toi Mayagawa. Rangers moving it up the ice. This is Colton Tarantino firing off the boards and deep into Alberta territory. On a turnover, long-range shot, Mayagawa down is Beckett Norman, regroups nicely, and his teammates help him clear it away, but not out. Held in by Vincent Yang. Able to get it down behind the net. Now McLean up the middle, fanning on his passes. Matthew Ma. At the line, Justin Yafamau trying to push it forward. Here goes Nash Katz for Connecticut. Katz into the zone as we're now a third of the way through the opening period and still awaiting our first goal. At the line, Alexander Schwartz held it in, but not for long. Here comes Alberta on the counter. Stratton Glencross plays it down behind the net. Puck goes by him now, and Connecticut trying to counter, but redirecting off of the stick. Sent off of the boards and picked up by Glencross. Stratton Glencross comes into the zone with a little toe drag move, unsuccessful that time around. They continue to jockey for position, picked up and moved out. And with great speed is Lev Belyakov. Belyakov stops up one of the leading scorers in the tournament so far coming into today's game. Austin Kruger. Kruger cutting in. Cycled it out in front. No one there in a black jersey to get it. Dumped in deep by Mariner. Still loose in the corner. Squirts free for Sam Potvin. Across the line for Isaac. Micah Isaac cannot shoot the puck. Boone Depew trying to throw towards the net for Kruger. On the back of the net. It's Depew in front. The shot comes. A good one at that, but a great block off the stick of the defender. Chase King. Now there's a shot. They score! Alberta gets on the board first. Boone Depew. And First Class Alberta gets the game's first goal with 8:35 to go in the first. A big goal for Alberta as they get the icebreaker. And now Connecticut looking to bounce back. Deep in the Alberta zone. They're looking to try and get it up, but having a hard time doing so. Shot on goal. Good save. The rebound coming. And unable to get the shot on net. Connecticut trying to get set up. Falling down is Hank Higdon. All the way back into Connecticut territory. Now played to the left wing. Centering pass, able to find Higdon. Just got a piece of it momentarily. Brody Miller in there to join him. Alberta looking to move it up. Here's Jason McLean into the zone. Drops back. Hendricks McMillan shot. Nice pad save made there by Julian. Puck still controlled by Alberta. McMillan lets one fly on goal. Julian, nice stop at the top of the blue. Will hang on for a face-off. Boone Depew with his second goal of the tournament at 8:12 has given Alberta the first goal of the game and the 1-0 lead. Face-off coming to the right of Julian. He's set. Face-off won by Alberta. Kept in at the line by Dylan Cannon. Matthew Ma. Ma driving, taking a shot, deflecting just wide. Rebound collected by the Rangers. Sent to the right-hand side. Nice poke forward play by Luka Novak trying to chase it down. Now he's got Tarantino joining him. Novak with a healthy slash there, knocking the stick out of the hand of Matthew Ma. Here goes Jack Watson. Watson stops up left side with 7 to go in the period. Cross-ice pass by Ma. Finds a man. Shot comes off the outside of the net. That was Dylan Cannon who let it fly. Alberta player taking hard into the boards. And Alberta returning the favor in a heated battle for the puck. Puck still tied up as Alexander Schwartz gets taken down. Here goes Connecticut the other way, looking to counter and tie the game. Up the left wing with speed. It's Luka Novak, sends it towards the goal. That one kicked away by Beckett Norman. Puck comes back in front. Chase King gets the return pass. King from the top of the circle. Great blocker save made by Beckett Norman. And a hit thrown there behind the net. First penalty of the game is upcoming. It's going to be against Connecticut. And they will touch the puck for the game's first power play as contact thrown behind the net by Luka Novak. And first class Alberta will enter the game's first power play with a chance to pad their lead with 5:56 left in period number 1. Face-off coming to the left of Logan Julian. Boone Depew, the lone goal scorer, set to take the draw here for Alberta, and he wins it. Back to the line, but Sam Popfan's pass was sent right between both of the Alberta defenders. Grayson Mariner up for Depew. Drops it back off for Papuayano and almost picked off by Belyakov. Now here comes Alberta the other way. Belyakov with a nice play will send it down the ice. Belyakov, a product of the Dallas Stars program by the looks of it with the green gear. It's the second player we've seen, along with one of the players from Battery Hockey that just played minutes ago. Here's Belyakov, short-handed, pass on in front, one-timer opportunity, but fanning on his try is Michael LaRocca. Halfway through the power play now, 5 minutes to go in the first. Menard comes into the zone, nice little drop-off pass for Hendricks McMillan, who's open, he'll fire and just miss. What a look for Hendricks McMillan. Might not get a better chance than that, but just rifled it wide. Pass up the left side, intended for Nash Brand. This is going to be icing. With 4:34 left on the clock. Face-off coming all the way back in the Alberta zone as the Rangers looking to tie this game up the early ongoing stages. The face-off won by Alberta. Thrown across the rink, it's Hudson Menard dancing his way in. That was close to offside. McMillan, who had a glorious scoring chance earlier, throws it across. Here's Cannon with a shot. That one blocked on its way. McMillan, 15 seconds left in his team's power play. Trying to get reset is Cannon. Cannon waiting at the top of the line. 5 seconds to shoot, and he does, but just misses as the power play will expire. Big penalty kill for Connecticut. And we're back to even strength. 3:50 to go in the first period. 1-0 Alberta. Along the half wall, picked up and moved up by Vincent Yang. Yang up the left wing. Centering feed finds Brody Miller with a drive. Just sent it wide. And now Alberta the other way. Across the line they come, but the player was ahead of the puck, and that's offside. 3.5 left in the opening period. So 1-0 Alberta on Boone Depew's second goal of the tourney. Jack Watson to take the draw for Alberta. He does win it. Up the right wing now. Incoming is Stratton Glenn. Cross to the side of the goal. That one just whacked wide by Alberta's Jack Watson. Now it's Michael LaRocca. Centering feed, nobody home. Jace McLean. McLean, across the line he comes. McLean protecting. McLean out in front, looking there for Jack Watson, but deflected off his backhand and wide. Inside 3 to go here in period number 1. Grayson Mariner backtracks. Pardon me, that's Matthew Ma, my apologies. McLean having a hard time clearing it out. Here's a turnover. And trying to take the quick shot was Belyakov, but it was redirected and went wide. Rebound collected behind the net by Alberta. Up the right wing now for Stratton Glen. Cross. Up now for Ma. Ma's in and shoots. Nice blocker save by Logan Julian. The battle comes to the line, held in by the big Micah Isaac. Behind the net comes out in front. Picked up by Alberta yet again. Stratton Glencross having difficulty. Now it's Matthew Ma back across the line along with Glenn Cross. He finds Glenn Cross. Glenn Cross is in! Julian got a piece of it and it trickled under him, but luckily wide. Another chance for the line. That shot went wide. That was Micah Isaac. Glenn Cross again, trying to hold the line, failing to do so. LaRocca with 100 seconds left will gain the red line and dump it in. Quickly back comes Alberta. Stiff arm there for Bune Depew to open up some room. Pass comes to the right side for Austin Kruger. Kruger drops it back. Quickly across, Isaac goes to his man. That was Grayson Mariner. Back into the zone comes Potvin. As we're approaching the final minute of this period. Picked up now by Austin Kruger. Throws it across. Final minute now. Shot coming. Good stop there by Logan Julian as we now have an even minute left to go in period one. Bune Depew's goal for Alberta still has First Class in front 1-0. Face off to the left of Julian is won by Alberta. Able to hold the line and send it down low. Sent up the side, a potential for Colton Tarantino, but couldn't corral it cleanly. Good play there by Beckett Norman. Held at the line and chomped into the zone deep by Toi Mayagawa. Here comes Alberta with 30 seconds left in the period. Sam Potvin with a centering feed, wrong colored jersey. And Connecticut looks to get it out. Slapped across the rink by Tarantino. Couldn't find Yafamau. And here comes Alberta late in the period. Kruger. Taken into the corner, plays it to the line. Thomas Sampson flutters it towards the net. And Julian makes the save with 6.5 left on the game clock. At least one more draw to the left of Julian. It's a scramble for the puck. Connecticut will come away with it and just tied up along the boards to end period number one. Bune Depew's second of the tournament puts Alberta up 1-0 after the opening period here in Pierrefonds, Quebec at the Continental Clash. As we bring you back inside the Sportsplex Pierrefonds, almost ready to go for second period action. First Class Alberta with the 1-0 lead after the opening period, courtesy of Bune Depew's second goal of the Continental Clash. Really solid start to the game for both sides, but Connecticut having a hard time getting set up in the O-zone, but still two periods to get things going. Puck is down and period two underway from Montreal. As Alberta looking to build on to their lead, Connecticut looking to tie. Hank Higdon dumping that one in. Battle forward in the corner. Comes free and Connecticut gets set up for a shot of the period. That was a good stop from Beckett Norman on Brody Miller. Just 24 seconds into the period. We got one more game coming up. Montreal Kings taking on the Finnish selects. That should be a real good game to close out day 2. We had a dandy yesterday. Stuyhouse was leading First Class British Columbia 5-1. BC stormed back with 5 unanswered, including a late game winner. 15 seconds left in the third period, and Brock Erickson scored the winner for BC to pull off the stunning comeback and knock off Stuyhouse 6-5. Offside call against Connecticut will bring the faceoff outside. And the faceoff won by Alberta. Up the right wing comes Matthew Ma. Ma around the back of the net, looking out in front. Instead looks to the line for Grayson Marin, a return pass for Ma. Ma, great pass right in front for Glenn Cross. Just fired it wide. Moved out by Katz. Left wing side, LaRocca couldn't pick it up. And Alberta with a chance to recuperate. Great pass up the left wing for Ma. Matthew Ma across the blue. Ma powering to the net, trying to protect in the backhand, but broken up by Mayagawa. Now a pass to the bottom of the circle. Shot comes. The rebound covered up by Logan Julian. Face-off upcoming in the Connecticut zone. Hopefully you've all been enjoying the great coverage of this great tournament so far as we're in the tail end of day 2. Got another full day ahead of us tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun, starting with Stuyhouse and the Manitoba All-Stars tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock here on Rink 1. Alpha puck along the blue line on a delayed offside. Now it's Vincent Yang through the middle. Picked up and pumping up in the air. Tarantino can't hold on to it. Here comes Alberta, 3-on-2. Across the line, it's Kruger for Papuano. Papuano back to the line. Dylan Cannon with a drive. Off multitude of bodies. Rebound, they score! Not much that Logan Julian could do there as it bounced like a pinball. And Alberta deposits the rebound, courtesy of Austin Kruger. 2-0, First Class Alberta. A massive goal for the Albertans. And before the halfway point of regulation as well. Cannon took the initial shot and it bounced around off a multitude of knees, but Kruger was able to deposit the rebound. Pass cycled in front. Kruger broke that one up. Now ahead for Potvin. Potvin gets around his man. He'll take it into the corner around the back of the net. Kruger, his second of the tournament from Dylan Cannon at 12:47. Here's another try for Kruger, and he almost had goals on back-to-back tries. Depew. Karen pass to the line, finds McLean. Potvin. They're trying to get it out of the corner. It's Kruger behind the net. Austin Kruger. Walking the blue line with great speed. Kruger back to the line for McLean. McLean will let it go. That one broken up by Connecticut. And here goes Grady Hooks. Hooks flies through. Hooks, beautiful inside-out move, but read nicely by Thomas Sampson. And now Alberta across the line, but they are offside. Good call from the linesman as Hudson Menard brought it in, but Hendricks McMillan was a couple steps too far ahead. 11:40 to go in the second. Alberta leads it 2-0. Boone Depew in the first. Austin Kruger here in the second. Face-off in the neutral zone, won by Connecticut. The Rangers bring it across the line, and we have a delayed penalty coming, and it's going to be against Alberta. Connecticut's going to head to their first power play of the game with 11:32 to go in the second. It's Nash Brand on the hook, and the Rangers with a chance to cut this deficit in half. Face off to the right of Beckett Norman to start this inaugural power play for the Rangers. Blue shirts looking to get set up. Vincent Yang. Diving play by Chase Kane. Unfortunately can't hold the zone. Connecticut looking to reset. Should mention, by the way, Connecticut representing the United States of America. Played up the wing and just enough to get out. Chase King goes hard into the corner. Yang's got to help him out. But now Alberta's found a loose puck. Hendricks McMillan maybe was looking to fire it on goal, but intercepted by the Rangers. And now it's Colton Tarantino. Redirected into the zone by Luka Novak. Backhanded behind the net. Almost ill-advised as Dylan Cannon can't clear it out. Vincent Yang, he's taken in the boards, and another penalty is coming to Alberta. And now for 58 seconds, we will see a 5-on-3 power play for the Connecticut Rangers. Cross-checking the call on Dylan Cannon. So 58 seconds of 5-on-3 for the Rangers to work with, and a real good chance to get back to it in one, or even so much as tie the game. And the faceoff won by the Rangers. They go to work quickly. It's Yang. Top of the slot, quickly across. Here's Chase King. Back to Yang. Beautiful pass across. The shot comes from Novak. Redirected out of play on a great outreach by Micah Isaac. .42 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Luka Novak to take the draw for the Rangers. And he wins it. Here is Chase Kane across to Yang. Yang waiting, walking in, continuing to hold on. Yang across, one-timer Novak. Great stop by Norman. Back to the line, it's Kane again. Kane hesitates. Novak for Kane, winds up, it fires, missed the net. Rebound collected. Tarantino across, it's Yang, trying to go back door, intercepted by Alberta, but can't clear. Backhand try, still loose in front. Tarantino. Novak now to Kane, first penalty is done. Back to, now it's 5-on-4, shot comes, CB, the rebound, cleared to the line but not out. Another try comes, that one denied. What a stop by Norman. 50 seconds left in the now 5-on-4. To the line, Watson gets it up for Nash Brand. Brand shorthanded. Brand is by himself. He's in the gallows right now, and he's wisely going to throw it back into neutral territory. Micah Isaac will dump it down. This will buy Alberta some time on the penalty kill, which has 20 seconds left. Vincent Yang for Belyakov. Belyakov tripped, and another penalty against first-class Alberta. The parade to the penalty box continuing. A tripping call against Boone Depew. And the Connecticut Junior Rangers, with 11 seconds left in the second penalty, will now revert to 5-on-3. And the Rangers are certainly getting their fair share of opportunities here with the power plays in the second period, but have nothing to show for as of yet. And the face-off tied up. It's under the pants of Brody Miller. He pops back up. 5-on-3, once again concluding Back to 5-on-4 for a minute and 47. Cleared back out by First Class. Hooks for Miller. Hooks. Now for Mayagawa. Toi Mayagawa into the zone on the left wing. Backhands it across the rink. No one there in a white jersey to get it. Backhanded out of the zone. Good work by Nash Brand. Yafamau. Check that. Nope, that is Yafamau. My apologies. Sampson for Alberta. Getting it up, and Potvin will backhand it deep. Minute left to go in the 5-on-4. Still 2-0 Alberta. Brody Miller into the zone. Blows a tire crossing the blue line. Sampson for Alberta finds McLean in the corner. Raptor on the boards and out of the zone. Hendricks McMillan behind the net. Trying to fight off Mayagawa. And Logan Julian pushing McMillan to the ice. Interesting. Sent down the ice. This is going to be icing against Connecticut. And how about First Class Alberta with the quite thunderous banging of the boards, might I say. You could feel that one all the way back up in Toronto, I'm sure. Face-off coming to the left of Logan Julian. Lev Belyakov against Hudson Menard. The face-off won by the Rangers, controlled by Vincent Yang. 7 minutes to go in the second period. Well past the halfway point of the second. Here's Belyakov entering the zone. Belyakov button hooks in the corner. 5 seconds left on the power play. Sends it to the line, but Connecticut cannot register a shot. That elongated power play for the Rangers goes to the wayside, and Alberta finally back to even strength. You don't want to tempt fate if you're Alberta. If you keep taking penalties, Connecticut can very well come back to haunt you. Puck set down the rink. This is not going to be icing as Julian forced to play it. Vincent Yang, long stretch pass, got it up the left side. Touched up by Belyakov to keep the play moving. Cassidy, right way in for Stratton Glencross. Glencross crosses the blue line. Side of the net for Matthew Ma. Ma, tied up, comes to the side of the goal ever so dangerously. And the Rangers will push out. Luka Novak. Across the line he comes. Novak got slashed. No call. As play comes back to the neutral zone. Back to get it is Grady Hooks. Hooks, good job to evade his attacker. That was Jack Watson. Hooks trying to get around Watson. They collide. Now picked up by Mariner. Thrown around the boards. Up the wing for Glencross. Couldn't quite hold on to it. Watson keeping his own zone with 5:20 to go in the second. Battle for it as it comes to the line. Held in by Jackson Page. Alberta trying to clear it out, and they will. Send back up the ice. But now it's Glencross coming in. Glencross 1-on-2 trying to go inside out. Around the boards, touched up. As Jackson Page will push it ahead for Connecticut. Brody Miller looking to get chase. He'll collide there with his man in the corner. That was Jason McLean. Now across the line, here comes Menard. Cutting it in deep, gets a little bit of help here from Hendricks McMillan. McMillan back to the line. Long shot from Sampson, blocked in front, and the loose puck now collected by Hank Higdon. Back to the line, but not out. Nicely held in by Brand, but Alberta forced to regroup just outside the blue line. Vincent Yang backhands it across. Now up for LaRocca. LaRocca across the line he comes. One move too many. Sampson read that one perfectly. Here comes Alberta. On the right side, McMillan cuts to the middle with an opening, fires off the helmet of Hudson Menard. That's a bit of a strange one. Usually goes off the goalie's head, not your teammate. Loose on the side, Alberta continuing to whack at it. And the puck cleared up and out of play. That'll bring play to a halt with 3:50 left. Two nothing still in favor of first class Alberta, looking to improve their record to 4-0. Connecticut looking to do the same, but find themselves down by 2. Face-off win for Alberta, long shot from the line. That was Dylan Cannon with the wrister, but was blocked and now moved out by Belyakov. Schwartz up center, intercepted by Ambrose Papuano. Promise I'll get that name right at some point. Cannon couldn't set up a play for Alberta, and it's whacked back out, and here's a chance for Lev Belyakov. He's in on a breakaway! Great blocker save by Beckett Norman on Lev Belyakov. Best scoring chance of the game for the Rangers. And Beckett Norman just might have made one of the most important saves of the tournament in the early stages. Ambrose Papuano from behind the net. Potvin up the middle. Now Kruger, the recent goal scorer back in the early stages of this period. Depew. Speaking of goal scorers, he's the one that scored the first goal of the game. 2.5 to go in the second. Alberta still protected, a 2-0 lead through the middle. There comes Watson, weaving towards the net. Couldn't shoot it. Around the back of the net, Watson. Now Ma to the line for Mariner. Trying to find a man and moved out by the Rangers. Here goes Colton Tarantino. He gets bodied in open ice. And a penalty is coming to Alberta. Power play number 4 upcoming for the Rangers. As Grayson Mariner will get tagged for the interference call. And now the Rangers with another great chance here to strike on the power play. They've had 3 chances, but again, nothing to show for it right now. Big power play coming up for Connecticut. Goes down into the corner. Comes out in front. Tarantino tried to whack it on goal, but it's cleared down the ice by Alberta. Vincent Yang looking to get reset for the Rangers. Tarantino. He'll cut through the right-hand side. Tarantino driving through the middle. Good stick lift. A really nice play there from Matthew Ma to break it up and send it down. Minute 20 left in the Connecticut power play. Yang, along with Tarantino and Novak. Yang across the line, still waiting. Thrown to the line and poked out of the zone. Boone Depew might be in on a breakaway, and he is! Backhand! Where is it? It's behind the net. I thought it ended up behind Logan Julian for a second, but it looks like he made the save with the helmet. Here come the Rangers the other way. Tarantino driving, centering pass looking for Belyakov, broken up. Inside the final minute, 45 left on the clock as a matter of fact. Rangers come back into the zone. What a change. In comes Brody Miller looking for a scoring chance. Broken up again by Alberta. Thrown to the line, and the Rangers can't hold it in. 30 seconds left in the period. Brady Hooks taken down there. He's one of the Alberta players coming the other way. Here's Brody Miller. 10 seconds left on the power play. Miller on the backhand, gets it, net side, and Tarantino couldn't get a stick on it. Alberta moves it out and will kill off the remainder of this penalty. Rangers now 0 for 4. What a move by Kruger! He scores! Austin Kruger goes back to back, and that one was even nicer than the first one. Make it 3-0 Alberta. Fresh off the penalty kill, and First Class Alberta is fired up. They now make it 3-0, which is pretty much how this period will end. He'll drop the puck, and that will indeed do it. Austin Kruger double dipping with a pair of goals here in the period. And First Class Alberta 15 minutes away from joining the Minnesota Machine as the only 4-0 teams at the 2026 Continental Clash.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't do it for the name that's on the back. We just do it for the logo on the front. All that clout chasing, we don't run with that. We just put the whole squad on the hunt. Yeah, we bleed for the shield, never for the self. True success ain't the trophy on the shelf. It's the logo on the front, not the name on the back. Yeah, we stay on attack.
Back here in Quebec as we get ready for period number 3. A 3-0 lead in favor now of First Class as Kruger was able to double dip in the second period. Usually double dipping is prohibited, but here at the Continental Clash we will allow it. And period 3 underway here on Rink 1. Our second to last third period of the day. In comes Novak, weaving through the middle. His shot blocked into the corner. Thrown to the line, but held in by Grady Hooks. Pass comes in front, spinning is Tarantino. Sent it just wide. Fired back behind the net, Thomas Sampson. Sent it up the wing. And now here comes Alberta, potential 2-on-1, trying to weave through the middle. There was a good look there for First Class. Fired back hard into the zone. A minute gone here in the third period. First Class Alberta, earlier in the tournament, won 7-0 over Finland. It's the only other game they've had a goose egg on the board for the opponent. Their other two wins turned out to be 5-3 victories against Stuyhouse and Boston. We'll get a stoppage and a puck coverage here. Connecticut looking for a pushback. Right now haven't had much to show for it. It's been a long day for Connecticut. It's been a long day for everybody, but the Rangers are definitely tired. You can tell just from the way things have gone. Here's a shot now, redirected in front. The puck's still loose. Julian's on it and got the puck and will hold. Minute 35 gone now. Face off to the left of Julian, won by Alberta, moved out by Lev Belyakov, who had a breakaway chance to break the 0 on the board, but was denied on a good save by Beckett Norman. Cannon up the wing for McMillan. Now picked up by Nash Brand, tried to center it, broken up momentarily by Vincent Yang. Inadvertent collision in open ice, and Connecticut will take advantage. Vincent Yang on the back of the net, bad pass, picked off by McMillan, who walks in, and Julian just got a toe on it. And then McMillan and the official collided. They're both all right as Hudson Menard keeps the O-zone pressure going. Back to the line, shot comes, deflected in front, great stop by Julian. It's one thing to make the save from a regular point shot, but when it's a point shot with a deflection in front, you got to tip your cap to Logan Julian making that save. .12.5 to go in the third period, still 3-0 Alberta, as Austin Kruger has 2 on the game. Chase King in the corner, throws it across. Now on the left wing is Jackson Page getting it rink wide, easy to say. And a hit thrown in the corner. Another penalty coming. This time it'll be against Connecticut. That's Brody Miller through the hit. And there's another collision in open ice. Inadvertently, though, the initial penalty is against Brody Miller. Body checking penalty against Brody Miller. And First Class Alberta heading to its second power play of the evening. And a potential chance here for Alberta to put the game out of reach early in the third period. Face off, Alberta unable to win it. And it's sent back down the ice by Connecticut. Left behind the net by Norman. Alberta will try to break up the right side, but it goes off the skate of the official. Now picked up by Mariner. Verma, centering pass, trickling towards Julian. And he's got the puck underneath him. He'll freeze for a face-off. Face-off coming up to the right of Logan Julian. It is won by Alberta. Quarter of the way through the power play, and nicely sent down the ice there by Brady Hooks on the clear. Alberta sent it up the middle. Picked up by Jack Watson. Watson dances his way in. Watson stops up. Centering pass nicely played to the line by Yafamo. Just not quite able to clear it. Mariner for Sam Potvin. Papuano. Here is Papuano now. Winds up, fakes the shot, broken up. Another good play by Yafamo. This time he does get it out. And sent up the right side by the Rangers penalty kill unit, which has 35 seconds left to work with. Here comes Alberta. Cannon. Dropping it off, comes to the line. Rangers a chance to move it out. And they will, courtesy of a diving Colton Tarantino. Nice move here by Menard, weaving through the middle, comes across the line. But Alberta is called offside. 10:02 to go in period 3. Alberta still leads it by a trio, as they would say here in Quebec. It is 3-0 in favor of Alberta. Face-off won by Alberta, and it's sent deep into the zone. In the corner, Vincent Yang finds Toy Mayagawa. Nash Brand to the line. Sampson thought about shooting, instead he'll just leave it for his near standing teammate. Shot comes from the side of the goal in tight. On it is Brand. On the right-hand wall as we start to approach the halfway point of the third period. Comes out in front. Here's Jason McLean with a shot off the crossbar. Puck still loose in front. Down is Julian, and the puck stays out. Logan Julian giving his team a chance here in the third period, as Connecticut having a hard time advancing the puck up ice. But Logan Julian is having a very strong game. Face off to the left of the aforementioned Julian. A late change here by Connecticut. And the face-off is won by the Rangers. Around the boards it goes. Deflected off a body, and play going to be whistled down on a hand pass. Don't forget, coming up at 6:30, it's our Day 2 finale between the Montreal Kings and the Finnish Selects. Game time, like I mentioned, 6:30 here on Rink 1. We'll have the action for you, of course. Should be a real dandy. Close out Day 2. Here's a shot from Sampov and blocked by the Rangers defense. Of the right-hand side, now picked up by Jason McLean. Alberta looking to clear the zone. Inside 9 to go in the third. Still 3-0 in favor of First Class. Vincent Yang. Into the zone he comes. Yang looking to do it all by himself. Drops it off. Novak for Justin Yafamau. But cleared out by Alberta. Now on a turnover, it's Grayson Mariner with a great centering pass. They score! And is that Austin Kruger? You better believe it is. Austin Kruger's got the hat trick. And it's 4-0. First Class, Alberta. Have a day, Austin Kruger. His second, third, and fourth of the tournament. And it's not only a hat trick, it's a natural hat trick for one Austin Kruger. And that makes it 4-0 Alberta. They're not done yet. Here they come again. Entering the zone is Glenn Cross. Shot on goal denied. There by Logan Julian. And if Alberta scores one more goal, we will go to running time for the rest of the third period, unless, if that were the case, if Connecticut were to get back to within 3 or less, then we'll revert back to stoppage time. Back to the line it comes. This is played at the line, but Alberta is called offside. .803 left in the third. Austin Kruger completes the natural hat trick. His last 2 goals have both come unassisted. Back to the First Class blue line, Micah Isaac. Threw it across, Grayson Mariner back up the middle. Now it's Watson. They've actually added the assist. It is Grayson Mariner getting the lone assist on Kruger's third goal of the game. On the boards. Ill-advised play, but Alberta will touch up and stay on side. Watson walking in front. Matthew Mott just missing the net. Alexander Schwartz for Connecticut up the wing. But back to the line. Nicely kept in by Ambrose Papuano. Excuse me. Watson stripped by Nash Katz, and now here's Lev Belyakov. Belyakov into the zone. Takes a bump from Menard, but hangs on to possession. Belyakov waiting. Belyakov stripped and sent out of the zone by Nash Brand. Inside 7 to go here in period 3. It's now 4-0 Alberta, courtesy of the Austin Kruger Show, with the natural hat trick over the course of the second and third period. Brody Miller in front of the Alberta bench, skates it in for the Rangers, but now he loses hand. Look out, Papuano tried to play that one off the glass. Well, I mean, he did play it off the glass, but it was the glass separating the two benches. That is out of play. And one of the coaches had to be head on a swivel there for a moment. That one came close to grazing him, but he is all right. Face-off won by Alberta. Sam Potvin. Centering feed, touched up, brought in. Here's Kruger again. Denied by Julian this time. Kruger was looking for the fourth spot. Brought into the zone. Brody Miller taken into the boards by McLean. McLean takes it around the back of his net with 6 to go in the third. Played up the wing. Brady Hooks. Now around the boards for Jace McLean. McLean looks up the middle. Almost connecting there with Boone Depew, who opened the scoring and has the game-winning goal. Brought across the line by the Rangers. Here's a shot. Just missed it out wide. That was Jackson Page misfiring. Now Tarantino from 2 knees trying to shovel it towards the net, but broken up by Alberta. Potvin cannot make the play, and now it's Brody Miller. Miller the other way for Connecticut. Sharp angle try towards the goal, easily kicked away by Norman. Picked up at center by King. Across for Yang as we're now in the final 5 of period 3. Alberta almost caught with too many men. And all alone here is Austin Kruger. Kruger will try to wrap it around. Check that Stratton Glencross. Couldn't finish it off. Jack Watson for Glencross. Bit of an opening here. Nice breakup play as bringing it out will be Justin Yafamau. Yafamau 1-on-2 for Connecticut. Stops up, loses possession. Things have not gone the way Connecticut has hoped for here in their second game of the day. Grayson Mariner, Matthew Ma. Mariner's at the blue line right now. He's out there along with Micah Isaac. Here's a shot saved by Julian. The rebound is putted in. They score. Matthew Ma makes it 5-0 Alberta. And that will officially send us into running time with 4:14 to go in period 3. $5-0 Alberta as Matthew Ma gets in on the scoring. Ma and Depew, the only other goal scorers aside from Kruger's natural Hattie. And now we run into running time with just over 4 to go in period 3. And Connecticut's perfect record will unfortunately come to an end, barring a miracle comeback. It could very well start here on the power play, as drawing a penalty is Lev Belyakov. Grayson Mariner will get interference. And again, it is running time here in period 3 with the 5-0 lead for first class. But onto the power play goes Connecticut for the 5th time. Shot comes through a screen, deflected in front by Belyakov, just missed wide. Along the boards, Vincent Yang. Sharp angle shot, missing wide. Luka Novak out in front. Yang shoots. What a sliding save by Beckett Norman. And he'll hold on with 3 minutes left in period 3 as Alberta looking to hang on to this sizable 5-0 advantage. Face off to the right of Norman. It's won by Alberta, and they get it down the ice. Julian to play it for Novak. Now Yang almost misplayed it. Austin Kruger on top of him. Puck redirecting up and out of play. Minute 19 left in the penalty to Grayson Mariner. 2:10 left in the hockey game. Just under 2 to go in period 3. Faceoff coming outside of the Connecticut blue line. Won by Alberta, and they send it back in. 100 seconds remaining on the clock here in the third. Hudson Menard weaving through the middle, looking for maybe a short-handed goal. Alberta will just bring it back into their zone. Menard, nice nifty little move in his own zone. How about the hands from Hudson Menard? Cheeky little play by him, but now Chase King brings it in for Connecticut. Tried to curl and toe drag shot. That's a block in front. Minute 10 left in the game. Belyakov down low for Yang. Yang to Belyakov. Belyakov trying to find a gap from Menard. Final minute. Here's Belyakov with a shot. Save made. The rebound hops in front. And Alberta clears it. Knocked out of the air with a high stick. Play will be halted. But the clock will keep running. Beckett Norman with another big stop. One of his many he's had here this evening. He's got 40 seconds left. Faceoff coming just outside the Connecticut line with 30 seconds left in the game. Alberta brings it across the line, at least for the moment. Micah Isaac trying to find it. Now here's Michael LaRocca late. Blocker safe. Rebound, they score with 15 seconds left. Heartbreak for Beckett Norman. It's a power play goal. It will not affect the outcome of the game, but the Rangers breaking the heart of Beckett Norman's shutout bid. An amazing game from Beckett Norman. Shaking his head, frustrated with himself, but there's just nothing he can do there as an attacker was left all alone in front. And the Rangers finally able to get on the board on their 5th power play chance. And they'll drop the puck one last time. The Rangers snap the shutout, but First Class Alberta will snap Connecticut's undefeated record. First Class Alberta 4-0 to close out day 2. Beckett Norman 1 shot shy of perfection. And First Class Alberta has joined the Minnesota Machine as the only undefeated teams at the Continental Clash by a 4-0 record. Another impressive performance here from First Class Alberta. 4-0 to close out their 2nd day of competition. And do not go anywhere. Coming up, the day 2 finale, Montreal, Kings Academy, and Finland to close out our day 2 coverage at the 2026 Continental Cup here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network.